Go manaí díochaí ba chóirde. San íseán seo ba muid a caithfhsúil an Foclóir nua Abair le Gaeilge atá le fáil líne ag Focloir.ie. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the new English-Irish dictionary, which can be found online at Focloir.ie. Despite this online dictionary's official name, the new English-Irish dictionary, it's actually been around for quite a while already. It was launched by First na Gaeilge in 2013 and has been updated and expanded many times since then. It's been available as an app since 2015, and a condensed paper version was published in 2020 as the Concise English-Irish Dictionary. But this has fewer entries and examples than the website and app versions. You can find out more about the history of the project on the website's About page. Let's start by doing a simple search. Remember that this is an English to Irish dictionary, so the search function is best designed for English search terms. Searching through Irish is also possible, but the results tend to not be as well organised. Let's search the English word chair. At the top of the entry we get a box summarising 6 different meanings of chair. When choosing an appropriate Irish translation, it's important to pay close attention to the different subject tags and definitions. We can click Show Full Entry to view all 6 meanings, but let's focus on the first 2 for now. We can see that if we're looking for chair in the sense of seat or piece of furniture, then cathaoir is an appropriate translation. However, if we're looking for chair in the sense of chairperson, then cathaoirleach is the word we need. Next to each of these is a grammar tag, fem5 in the case of cathaoir, meaning a feminine noun of the 5th declension, and masc1 in the case of cathaoirleach, meaning a masculine noun of the 1st declension. Don't worry about the noun declensions for now if you haven't heard much about them before. The main thing to note here is that you can click on any of these grammar tags and see a pop-up summary of the singular and plural forms of that noun in the nominative and genitive cases, with and without the definite article. Pretty neat. But that's not all. Many of the words on Focloir.ie also have audio files, so you can listen to the pronunciation of the word in the Connacht, Munster and Ulster dialects.
Cathaoir.
Cathaoir. Cathaoir.
Let's try a verb next. For example, prepare. So in the sense of make something ready, we get óvig, réitigh, and the verbal phrase déan ré. Similarly to the nouns, we can view the different forms of each verb by clicking the little verb tag next to it. In the pop-up window, we can see the verbal noun and adjective up at the top here. Then we can select one of the tenses or moods and view all of the different singular, plural, and passive forms, as well as the interrogative and negative forms. And again, many of the entries have audio files, so we can listen to the pronunciation in the 3 major dialects as well.
Olwa. Olivig.
Olwy.
We can also view grammar information for prepositions, for example with or le in Irish. And adjectives, for example cold or fuair in Irish. So you can see that there's a ton of grammar information hidden in the entries on Focloir.ie, and now you know how to access it. We can also search for longer phrases, idioms, and proverbs. Suppose we want to translate the phrase to be at death's door, in the sense of being so ill that one might die. If we search that, we get 5 Irish versions back. Bheith labba an bháis, bheith an dé deirí, bheith ag saothrú an bháis, bheith ag córá leis an más, bheith sa déanach. I think this is a great example of the richness of language, or severis teanga, that can be found on Focloir.ie. In this case, none of the Irish versions is a literal translation of the English. Let's try a proverb next. For example, if we search silence is golden, we get is bin béal in a hust, which means something like sweet is the sound of a silent mouth. Again, not a literal translation of the English. So next time you find yourself struggling to translate a common English phrase, idiom or proverb into Irish, search it here when you get a chance. More than likely you'll find some nice Irish phrase you can use in its place. Focloir.ie is also a great place to find translations of greetings like Happy Anniversary, Happy Birthday, Happy Christmas, Happy Easter, Happy St. Patrick's Day, Happy New Year, Happy Valentine's Day, Happy Mother's Day, and so on. It's quite common to see people sharing incorrect versions of these online, which is somewhat unfortunate because the correct forms are all here on Focloir.ie. Now we're going to look at the advanced search, hidden away up here below the main search button. Let's search in Irish this time. If someone speaks a little bit of Irish, they may say they have Pota Focal. But how do you spell that again? Is it F-O-C-A-I-L or F-O-C-A-L? Let's try the version with the I first. No match is found. And the version without the I? Aha! So now we know which version is correct. In fact, if we search only the word cúpla, we can see that it is always followed by the singular. For example, cúpla duine, cúpla ceann, cúpla uair, cúpla bauta, and so on. Next time you're unsure of something like this, run it through the advanced search and see what kind of results you get. Maybe you're not sure whether to add a séimhiú to the word gaeilge in the phrase mo chuid gaeilge. A quick search for both versions shows us that no séimhiú is needed. And was it an chéad ceann or an chéad cheann? Again, a quick search for both versions shows that a séimhiú is needed on the word ceann in this situation. There's a lot more that the advanced search can do, like searching specifically for vulgar words and phrases, but maybe it's best not to get into that here. Take a look at the FAQ, or Frequently Asked Questions, page, if you're interested to explore further. You can also find some useful PDFs about grammar, translation, and different language registers via the Education page.